Alright guys, so today I'm going to be reviewing Moo.io, and this game is very similar to Starve.io, and actually both games came out in February of 2017. So despite that though, Moo is more popular, has a bigger player base, and as you can see, quite a bunch of servers to choose from. So I'm just going to go with the default they choose for me there. And we move around with WASD and click to hit things. So as you can see, I'm hitting this rock for gold right now, and it's giving me 5 gold per hit. If I go over here and hit this bush down in the right hand corner, it's giving me 1 piece of food per hit. If I hit this tree, it's giving me 1 piece of wood per hit. And there's also rocks. I don't see any around here though. Lots of gold though, which is interesting. Usually there's not a lot of gold, and your gold is made by putting down windmills, which generate gold over time. You also have, so you have your hammer, you have an apple, which if you have 10 food, it will restore some health. A wood wall, which will take some damage and block enemies for a while. A spiked wall, which will do the same as the wood wall, except you damage it so it gets too close. And the windmill. As you can see, I'm at age 1, so as you hit things, your age goes up, and you gain other items and stuff that you can use. So I'm just going to focus on this gold right now. And there's this store up in the corner, so if you have a certain amount of gold, you can buy a hat. So I have enough gold to buy this hat. I'll equip it, and now I have this nice hat. Fantastic. And just click the store again to exit that. Alright, so now I can choose a sword, which is going to damage people more, or I can choose an axe, which will help me gain resources quicker. So I'm going to choose the axe, and as you can see, now I'm gaining 6 gold per hit instead of 5 gold per hit, or 2 wood per hit, or 2 food per hit. Let's see, sometimes if 2 things are very close together, you can arrange yourself so you hit them both at the same time. But these don't seem to be close enough. Sometimes it's easier with the sword because that has a bit more reach, I think. However, of course, with the sword, you only gather 1 resource per hit. So here's the stone, so I'm gathering 2 stone per hit. And I can now choose the stone wall, which is like the wood wall, except it has more resilience and requires stone instead of wood to build. Or the cookie, which will replace the apple, requires 15 food, but restores more health. So that's going to be useful. In case someone attacks me, it'll mean I can restore my health faster. And so I'm going to choose that. That's what I choose 99% of the time, just because it's generally more useful than the stone wall. And there are a few different ways to play this game. Some people play it by placing their windmills around and running around all over the place. And that's pretty good. If someone destroys one of your windmills, you just place another one. Other people build up complexes and defend them with walls and spikes and traps and put their windmills inside the complex. And that's also a good way. But if someone attacks your complex, that's a lot of work that you just lost. Unless you fight them back, which usually you can do if you have a good complex, but every now and then people will gang up on you. So as you can see, I'm attacking 2 trees right now and gaining twice the resources, as well as increasing my age twice as fast. So that's a good strategy if you can find 2 things that are close together. Let's see, another strategy is running around killing people, which is harder because you gain less gold when you kill people. You gain some of their gold, but it's not as fast or as reliable as windmills or even attacking gold. So that's just worth noting. Plus, if you're attacking people, they're going to attack you back, and you never know if they're on a team and they're going to just kill you. So let's see, I have some more items to choose so I can get Pit Trap or Boost Pad. So the Pit Trap will be invisible to people other than me. And people other than me, if they walk in it, they'll get stuck there and they'll have to destroy the Pit Trap before they can move. Whereas the Boost Pad will allow me to go faster when I step on it in the direction it's pointing. And that can also be used to block people, so if you point it away from your windmill and they try and walk over it, it'll push them back, so they won't be able to reach your windmill or whatever. Now, are these called windmills? Or yeah, they're called windmills. Excellent. So I'm going to choose the pit trap, and now we have a few more options. So the mine is just the same as putting down a little rock that you can mine. That's generally useless unless you built an amazing facility and forgot to build it around a rock or something. I don't know. So usually that's pretty useless. The greater spikes do more damage, but again, people can. I mean, it's decent enough if you're building a complex, but people can attack them from far enough away that they don't get hurt. So generally, I still don't advise with going with this. The faster windmills are great though, because that just means you generate, I think it's 1.5 times as much gold per second with the faster windmill than with the normal windmill. So I'm going to replace my windmill with that. And now we have a few other options from turning age 6. So we can choose a bow, and so that is in addition to our axe. So we'll have our axe, and then our bow would go beside it or wherever, and we'll be able to select that and shoot arrows at people. But every arrow we shoot would use up, I think it's 1 or 2 pieces of wood. So then we have our great hammer, which does more damage on structures, but it will replace our axe. And then we have our shield, which it blocks arrows completely if you're facing the arrow, and it also reduces damage you receive from swords and axes and all that. However, it makes you slower when you're using it. So, but like the hunting bow, it goes beside your axe, so you don't have to use it at all times. You can unequip it and move faster. But I'm going to go with the hunting bow, just because that's more useful. So let's see how much wood it uses just as a test. So we face wherever we want to shoot and click, and it uses 2 wood. Yep. Alright. So that's good for keeping people at bay if they're trying to attack you, but you still have a little room to get away. Just keep in mind when you're running with the bow, you're going to move a little slower. Alright, and now this is a new item that they provided, the turret. So that shoots at enemies and does some damage to them. So I think it does roughly about the same amount of damage as arrows do, but the advantage, of course, is that you don't have to do anything, right? You just put down, forget about it, and it deals with enemies. But it has a slow shooting speed, and you can only build 1 of them at a time. So if you build 1 across the map, run somewhere else, and try and build another one, you won't be able to do that until someone destroys the first one you built. And all of these tend to have limits except for the cookies, which are used immediately when you create them. But you can only build 25 wood walls, or 15 spikes, 6 windmills, or 6 pit traps. So just keep that in mind. You won't be able to build huge structures like you can in Starve.io. You'll have to team up with people in order to build anything too crazy. Alright, and I think at the moment, yeah, that's all the upgrades we get. So now when I level up in age, I do not gain any other abilities yet. But I'm sure they'll be adding in more because they just added in the turret the other day, and chances are there'll be more things added. I think the age goes up to age 15 or so, so there's a lot of latitude for more upgrades and cool game features. Remember, this game was only made public in February of 2017, and it's April now, so it's only been in development for a few months, and already we have tons of features. So it's very cool, lots of progress being made, and definitely worth trying. So I can put down a windmill, and as you can see, I'm gaining about 2 or 3 gold every second, or 1 or 2 gold every second. Something like that. So a steady supply of gold. Now if someone destroys my windmill, I won't be able to gain any gold from it, but I'll be able to build another one. So you can see when you hover over this in the top left hand corner, it shows you 2 out of 6. So I have 2 windmills down. If someone destroys one, they'll show up as 1 out of 6, so that's an easy way to just keep track of what you have and rebuild when people destroy stuff. Let's see, and if you want, you can put a bunch of things around it to try and block people. Maybe put some pit traps down. But generally, unless you're building a big complex in a defensible area, I wouldn't worry about this. As you can see, I can run over my own pit trap and I can see it, but other people cannot see that that's there, and if they go into it, they will be stuck. Let's see, how much do I need here? I need 4 more stone before I can make that turret, so I'll just put that down somewhere where there's a person and demonstrate how the turret works. If I can find any stone to mine. Weirdly, stone is generally quite difficult to find. It's very easy to find trees and bushes and stuff, but stones are relatively rare. As you can see, that guy has a clan name, which is in the brackets. And if you want to join a clan, you can select it from this list or create your own. Alright, let's try and find some dude. Alright, I have more gold. I'll buy a nicer hat. Let's buy this nice winter cap. Fantastic. Oh, and if you hit E, that is auto attack. Oh, that guy's a turret. Alright. Boom. Turret battle. Let's go, boys. Oh, snap. Alright, now I can use a cookie to heal up a bit. And let's see if I can get... Oh, I'm a terrible shot. There we go. So as you can see, my gold just spiked there from killing him. And let's see if I can take out this turret before it kills me. Oh no. So, oh, I'm out of food. Just randomly attack these guys. See if I can annoy them. Alright, but as you can see, they have a fair nice complex here. I'm not actually going to try and destroy them too much, that'd be mean. I'll just kind of wander around, show you what's going on here. So they have lots of nice wooden areas, some nice spikes here. Got some gold and rocks and stuff to mine. And some guys who are trying to attack me. But little does he know, I have a turret. But my turret killed him, so that worked nicely. Yeah, sorry dude. What on earth? Of course we get these weird ads every now and then. But they also advertise mope.io, which is a game I'll probably be trying at some point. Well, I've tried it, I've played it, but I'll have to do a review of it in the future, it's a very cool game. And you can see they have some links to different forums and the Game Maker and Twitter and all that stuff. So, also some featured MooTubers, so that's just the YouTube channels of people who play the game and do videos like this. So, definitely give this game a shot. It's very fun. It's not as dangerous as starve.io, right? You can run away from people all you want, and you don't have to worry about starving to death or freezing to death or being attacked by animals. Yet, anyway. I don't know what they're planning to add to this, but at the moment, it's a lot safer than starve.io. You only have to worry about other players. Also, resources don't get depleted over time, so you don't have to wait for the resources in a tree or a thing of gold or whatever to regenerate it. You can just keep hitting that forever. So yeah, definitely give it a shot. Let me know how it goes. And if they add more content to it, I will definitely be doing follow-up videos. And also check out starve.io if you like this kind of game. I have a gameplay and review video of that, and I will be having more videos of starve.io as well, so keep an eye out for that. And I will see you in the next video.